Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's battle against the centre and the BJP taking new forms as 2026 assembly elections in the state approach. After taking on Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman for allegedly stalling fund disbursements to PM Shri Schools scheme, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has now chosen to replace the Rupee symbol adopted 14 years ago with Tamil script in the budget that he will be presenting tomorrow. The centre has not yet responded. The state BJP is terming it a gimmick that will be taken back before the day ends. DMK on its part is very clear. This is just another mark of protest and not a rejection of the national currency in any manner. Before I bring in the guests, here's a perspective into the language debate.
M.K. Stalin slashes the rupee on the eve of Tamil Nadu's budget. No. This isn't a delimitation debate. It's the latest in the clash of languages. What started as a center-state tug-of-war over budget reallocations morphed into a national education policy row and is today a rejection of the rupee symbol. The rationale: Devanagari is not welcome in the Dravidian heartland. There's a story behind the unveiling of the Tamil Nadu Ru, replacing the Devanagari-based rupee symbol. To ensure the widespread development of Tamil Nadu to benefit all sections of society, making the transition from Devanagari to Tamil.
Sri Uday Kumar, and his own father happens to be a DMK MLA, 1971 DMK MLA, and his symbol, the whole of Bharat, we have accepted. Now DMK doesn't even know this. That is the funny part, that is the worst part. They don't even know it is given by a Tamilian. What we are trying to pick out is DMK's double standards, are just trying to rake up an issue after issue, trying to focus on pride, Tamil language, Tamil custom. Is not the Honorable Prime Minister of our country, Narendra Modi ji, not doing enough for Tamil pride and culture?
This is a form of protest. This is a form of expression against the unilateral, authoritarian, non-democratic and unconstitutional behavior of the union government.
The irony isn't lost on anyone. The rupee symbol was crowdsourced and it was a Tamilian, D. Uday Kumar's design that was picked.
It's the state government which took a decision. They thought that probably they wanted to replace it with the regional script. I also wanted to create something which is universal and which is also very pleasing and simple, and yet which is as an impact and which is meaningful.
The language debate goes back a long way in history. The Constituent Assembly saw heated arguments over the national language issue.
Let us leave aside slogans. Let us leave aside words which frighten people. Let us even make concession to the prejudices of our opponents. Bring them in so that they may willingly join with us.
Dr. B.R. Ambedkar batted for English to be the official language. His rationale: one language can unite people, two languages are sure to divide people. Then there were others, like C. Rajagopalachari, also Tamil stalwart, who backed Hindi as the official language. And T.T. Krishnamachari, elected from Madras, posed the whole India versus Hindi India argument. Finally, a middle ground was found. Under the Munshi Iyengar formula, all official proceedings of the courts, public services, and the All India Civil Services would be conducted in English until 1965. After that, late Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri's government sought to impose Hindi, a move vehemently rejected by the southern states, particularly Tamil Nadu. India has 22 official languages under Schedule 8 today, and other linguistic aspirations are assuaged with additions to the list of classical languages. But clearly, this isn't a debate with an obvious winner. The identity and aspirational connect with the mother tongue continues to be tinder for political parties to ignite. with Shrishti Shankar. Bureau Report, NDTV.
Joining me now is Kanimozi, who is the MP of the DMK. We have Ratna Reddy, BJP spokesperson. R. Rangaraj is the senior journalist from Chennai. We also have Chandra Prakash Joshi, former AGM of RBI. I'm going to begin with you, Mr. Joshi, because this is to do with a rupee symbol. Budget doesn't necessarily have any symbol attached to it. Are we reading too much into this controversy?
As I understand, yes, absolutely right. I think controversies are sometimes created to take political mileage out of it. Because otherwise, if we see, Rupee is definitely an authority of the central government of India, and RBI is the authority which is there to print the rupee, and government of India mints the coin. The legal tender status comes from the government side. So in this, the controversies which are happening because there has to be some political agenda based on the linguistic issues to take the mileage. I think that is the idea, and this is definitely going to create buzz. It is going to make news. Otherwise, there is no legal sanctity of doing this, because ultimately rupee is going to be decided by Government of India and by RBI.
Yes. A rupee is a rupee, Mr. Rangaraj. How does it get devalued if it is, not used in a budgetary document?
No, actually, sometimes we make too much noise about things which don't really matter too much, because the people as such, they use their own equivalent of the current coin that's in vogue. They write it in Tamil, they write differently in Gujarati, they write it differently in Marathi, or in Hindi you write Rupaya. So people use the currency. Sometimes they write it in their own mother tongue in many parts of the country. So, and then rupee, if you see really the Naya Paisa coins, so many things have undergone a change. Some have vanished, some have been demonetized. The 1 paisa, 2 paisa, 5 paisa, 10 paisa, 25 paisa, 50 paisa coins don't exist anymore. So where is the need to have a big fuss about it? So if somebody wants to say, I will use Tamil font for rupee, fine. If somewhere else in Maharashtra, somebody can use a Maharashtra font for rupaya or whatever is okay. Or in Hindi, you write Ru short for rupaya. Somebody writes rupiah. Now, when I write, I type R-E for something that's less than rupee 1, or rupees R-S for something that's more than rupee 1. But from somewhere, some prompter comes and says, use the rupee logo, which is not really required. I mean, so I can type RS or I can type RE for anything less than 1 rupee. So it all depends on a matter of convenience. Okay. And it's left to each state to use their own language for their own currency. Okay. I mean,
let me bring in the two politicians now, Ratna Reddy and Ms. Kanimori. Ms. Kanimori, if this is not provocation, then what is?
It can handle itself.
Are you asking me, ma'am?
Yes, Ms. Kanimori.
Local language also. They use local language for currency.
Yeah, tell me, ma'am.
If this is not provocation, then what is?
We are just showing a protest against the language imposition on Tamil Nadu. Time and again, the union government has been propagating the NEP policy on Tamil Nadu. So we just make it as a protest. And as our senior journalist and our EGM said of Reserve Bank has put it across, we are just using a Tamil alphabet for the rupee. We are not going to, as all of us have been educated and everybody knows that only the Reserve Bank governor can do any changes on the rupee. In our state, we are using our language. Why this much of noise? Why this hangama? Why everybody is so paranoid about it? In our state, we are using our language. What is the issue on that? I think it's very straight cut. We're just showing that we want to use our language. Why? Why this hangama? May I know that?
Okay, perhaps Ms. Ratna Reddy will be able to respond. Why is the BJP getting so rattled? I mean, if Tamil Nadu feels that they are using a state symbol, then they can go ahead and use it. How is this really an insult to a rupee?
The insult comes from the fact, ma'am, that even the protest has been undermined, or rather it is an underhand kind of protest, because the rupee symbol itself has hypocritically been formulated, or rather the present rupee symbol has been formulated by a Tamil origin man, Mr. Uday Kumar. And even if you look at the rupee symbol, other than the fact that the then central government at that point of time okayed it, it is not even complete Hindi. The ra, it is a mixture. It is an amalgam. It is a mixture. It is almost like a trademark symbol. Hence, you can't even say that it looks like Hindi, and hence it's Hindi imposition, and hence we are not going to obey it. One aspect of what the senior journalist sir said is that different people and different states are using different symbols of rupee. With the greatest of respect, sir, and ma'am Hani Modi, I haven't. Once the rupee symbol, the new rupee symbol was formulated a few years back, I have personally, and I'm from Telangana, I have personally not seen rupee written in any other way. Not even when Telugu script is used. So, and the other problem I have is you are protesting against a symbol that is not even Hindi, that doesn't even look like Hindi or of Sanskrit, yet you are okay with a completely foreign language, that is English, French, Spanish, what you may have, as being your second language or your third language or your official language spoken in courts and any other public places. But you are not okay with another Indian language, one of the 22 official languages, that is Hindi, to be used as to be brought in as a third language. I mean, what exactly is your problem?
Okay. And
What
a
is-
quick,
what is the-
and I would like to recall, make the DMK MP remember as to who really designed this symbol. The designer is Uday Kumar, who is the son of a former DMK MLA. So, if anything, it has been designed by a Tamilian. Shouldn't you be taking pride in that, ma'am?
Definitely, even that requires a Tamilian to do it. We are very proud of it, no doubt on that. One thing I would like to say, the script of the whole Tamil Nadu budget is in Tamil, and we would like to put the symbol of Ru, that is Tamil, on the script. What is wrong in that? One. Number two, they say that we don't take pride of it. Since we take pride of it only, we want to use our language Ru on it. She gave an example, our colleague, that even in Telugu we don't use. See, this is the problem. All states need to love their own languages. You start using it. This is how most of the states have lost their language ethnicity itself. Tamil doesn't want to do that. We don't want to lose the ethnicity. Madam, please wait. I had listened to you. Madam, I had listened to you. Please wait. Let me finish off my answer. Let me finish off my answer.
You are stating that
Let me finish
I
off
do
my
not
answer,
take pride in my own language.
You don't have
I can
pride. That
read-
is the problem.
I can read,
You
write,
just
and
want to
speak
be in coalition with the
scripts
BJP
fluently,
government.
ma'am.
That is the
Ma'am,
problem
I can
with you,
read,
and
write,
you
and
say
speak
and
3
nod
scripts
head for
fluently.
everything whatever
English,
Modi says.
Hindi,
We cannot
and
be like that, and we
Telugu.
don't want any
I
derogatory
can
script
read,
coming
write,
inside.
and I
Uday
can
Kumar
read,
is
write,
a
and speak
Tamilian
in 3
from
scripts.
Tamil Nadu.
English,
He
Hindi,
studied
and
two
Telugu.
language
Your
policy.
problem
That is the
that
reason he's
although
able to
the people of
formulate the
Tamil
symbol.
Nadu want
That
to
is the
learn a
reason we
third
are all
Indian
holding up.
script,
That is the
you
reason
do
we are having
not,
a
you
good
for your
GER.
own
Not compared to
narrow
your state,
political
where you
reasons,
stand
do
holds.
not
Even
want
don't
them
even
to,
stand with us for the
you
two
do
language
not
policy.
want them to learn
Okay,
or be
nothing works
conversant
out
with
for it
any
like that.
third
Just don't keep
with
on
any
talking
third Indian
unnecessary
script.
things.
That
And
is your
the
problem.
BJP state
Why
leader
is it that Tamil
Annamalai has
Nadu
the
has this
audacity to
problem
call
and no
everybody as
other
stupids
Indian
in
state
Tamil
has
Nadu.
this problem?
And the
Because
education
Tamil
minister
Nadu
calls
is
everybody
insecure.
as
Tamil
uncivilized.
Nadu is
What is
insecure.
this,
You are
all this
insecure
name
about
calling
your
over
own
Tamil
proud,
Nadu?
rich
Why all these
culture.
kinds of
How
things?
sad is that?
I don't
You
think
are
it is
insecure
the right
about
way
your own
of a
proud,
union
rich
government
culture.
acting
And that is
towards
Rashna
a
sad.
Reddy,
state.
Ms.
which is
Rashna Reddy,
asking for
please,
justice.
that's not how we debate on NDTV. Let Kanimori finish a point, and then I'm going to come back to you, ma'am. Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Ma'am, time and again, we want to put a logo of Tamil on it because the script of the whole budget is in Tamil. We are putting it. We are very proud that Uday Kumar, yes, belongs to Tamil Nadu. Even for that, a Tamilian is required. He studied two language policy, and he hailed from the state of Tamil Nadu. Yes, he is a son of DMK MLA. We are very happy to it. But it doesn't mean we should not use our rupee on the logo. Anyway, we are not going to change the Indian rupee logo, no? We are only changing the logo of our budget script. We have all the rights to do it. Unnecessary imposition of Hindi into Tamil Nadu is the root cause of all these things. Why? Why this hangama? And the BJP leader just over the words, he just calls all the Tamil Nadu people as...
Limited argument is that yes, this debate against national education policy, understood. You have been raising the issue of delimitation, understood. But why question the symbol of the Indian rupee? That's a symbol of Indian pride. That's a symbol of India's unification. Why make it so regionalistic and take it on that line?
Exactly, because you are not allowing our regional language to grow in our Tamil Nadu. That is the cause. That is the only cause. You allow our language to live in our state.
I want you, ma'am, to listen to Uday Kumar, who is the designer of the Indian rupee sign and who is also the son of a DMK MLA. Let's listen in to him, and I'm going to come back to all the panelists in just a bit. Person who finds himself in the middle of this controversy is Uday Kumar, someone who actually designed that symbol of the rupee. He joins us live here on NDTV. Mr. Uday Kumar, how do you see this entire controversy playing out in your home state? The fact is that you are also the son of a former DMK MLA.
Well, I just got to hear about the news. The state government took a decision, so I'm not so sure what I should be saying. So, yeah, my father was an MLA even before I was born. So, again, it just happens to be a coincidence, I should say.
Okay, do you see this as an insult to the Indian rupee? And would you say that it's an unnecessary controversy or an escalation of sorts, which has a path of for which perhaps the DMK Supremo and MK Stalin has much to explain about?
Well, like I said, I mean, it's the state government which took a decision. They thought that probably they wanted to replace it with the regional script. Well, it's their take on it. So I do not see much to comment on that. But yeah, maybe the government should be able to answer. So from my point of view, yeah. So because the symbol has already been in use and it's been used for almost 15 years now. So yeah. So I don't have much to say, like I said. Yeah.
Yes, but the word rupee actually comes from a word which has a kind of a Tamil origin. Correct me on that.
Yeah, it's Rubai, Rupeya, Rubai. They all have similar sounds, yeah, so similar pronunciations.
And it has an origin in Tamil script.
You are asking about the symbol or you are asking about the word, the rupee?
The word.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah, so maybe. So I'm not so certain, but yeah, maybe.
So 14 years ago when you designed it, when you actually conceptualized it, did you actually foresee a controversy of this nature playing out at this point that we are seeing?
Certainly not, because see, I was only concerned about what was the task at that point of time, because I was trying to kind of address the project, the competition brief that was announced, and I was trying to fulfill that. Yeah? And I also wanted to create something which is universal and which is also very pleasing and simple, and yet which is has an impact and which is meaningful. So I never thought about something like this today, that will happen today.
Okay, so here is the designer, Ms. Rachna Reddy, who doesn't really think much of this entire controversy. Then why is the BJP looking for it, trying to create a mountain out of a molehill?
I believe here, ma'am, respectfully, is that the mountain out of a molehill is being created by the TMK. Because here, if you look at the symbol also, even technically or otherwise, as Mr. Uday Kumar has stated, Rupee, I hail from Telangana. Telugu is my mother tongue. Here in Telangana, almost all of us, including her students in school right now, we are trilingual. We speak, we can read, write, and be conversant in, at least as fluently as possible in Hindi, in Telugu, as well as in English. Now, if the DMK would like to call us less patriotic or less individualistic or less anything compared to the Tamil Nadu or to the Tamil people, what right have they? And when you're talking about Rupee or the Rupee symbol, if it is not that kind of a controversy, or if it is not going to be something that is really going to change the budget, then why do you have to change it? Your issue is with the NEP. Your issue is with the fact that you are okay with English being used as official languages in everywhere, in courts and in as the official language in the civil service, etc. You're okay with French, Spanish, Mandarin. Yes, even that is taught in schools nowadays. You're okay with all of these absolutely, I wouldn't use the word redundant, but absolute foreign languages, but you're not okay with learning one another of the 22 Indian languages. I mean, why this insecurity? Tamil Nadu is still very much a part and parcel of India. It is a state in India. It is not its own country, and it need not behave like it's its own country, because you are showing your own insecurity by undermining the fact that you are part of a federation, that you are part of this country. Why is it that no South Indian state has this issue? Why is it that Telangana does not? In fact, in Hyderabad, in certain schools, in some schools, Urdu also is included as a fourth language.
Okay.
So are they less patriotic, or are people in other parts of India or
that
South
calls
India
for a
less
response here, Ms.
patriotic? It
Kanimori.
makes no sense.
I mean, to say that that there is some kind of imposition, why don't other states also feel the same?
Ma'am, the other states feeling and not feeling, it's up to their own logistics.
No, but there is also
no, I'll tell you why.
political
We'll tell you
calculation
why.
here, ma'am.
I'll tell you the political issues why.
Yes, I'm also
From
trying
time
to read
again
the
of
politics of it, because same time, 5 years ago, the issue was raised because you had the election coming up. A Dravidian party
let me
taking
tell
on the
you.
center is great narrative to build, because it's very emotive and it gives you an upper hand in
all
elections.
put up by everybody. It's nothing to do with the elections, okay? We are talking delimitations for the Lok Sabha seats and not for the legislative
No,
assembly
you're talking
seats.
largely with NEP
Yes,
first.
yes, that is one. That is one.
Yes.
Number two, time and again, from the time of our great leader, Aringer Anna, in 1968, a resolution in our state assembly was passed that we will follow only two-language policy. Followed by him, Muttamaringar Dr. Kalaignar followed the same thing. And followed by him, the other two chief ministers of AIADMK also, Dr. MGR and AIADMK Chief Minister Mrs. Jayalalitha, and currently our DMK leader and Chief Minister MK Stalin is all for the two-language policy, which was brought by our great leader Aringer Anna. Okay, we learn English to communicate globally, to grow. Okay, nobody is stopping anybody learning Hindi. There is still Hindi Prachara Sabha in Chennai, which is conducting exams, and everybody is free to learn. Nobody stops them. We are only stopping imposition of Hindi. The NEP 2020 policies brings in three-language policy, which clearly says they can learn any other Indian languages. Yes, but do we have the scope for that in all the schools? No. First, they will say this sentence, and then it would be only imposition of Hindi. We don't want Hindi language imposition as a backdoor entry.
Okay.
We are categorically very clear on that.
Now for the journalist here on the panel, Mr. Rangaraj. Mr. Rangaraj, the larger question is that this is pure politics which is playing out here. Any party which is seen as at loggerheads with the center has an electoral advantage. But is the Tamil Nadu government taking that protest too far? I mean, resistance, yes. You can make it about the linguistic identity. I understand delimitation, of course, is a very potent issue. It has led to consolidation or collaboration among other southern states as well. But why make it also about this logo, the Rupee logo?
Well, to look at it simply, it's the state budget economic survey that's being released. The budget is going to be released tomorrow. They have the state alphabet for the rupee, which is okay. I mean, you have the famous Hindi song, Amdani Atani Kharcha Rupaya. It doesn't say rupee. Okay. So when you go to the market, people in even Hindi, they ask, Kitne rupaye ke hai? Right? Nobody asks, Kitne rupee hai? So in colloquial language, people use different forms like rupaya, rupee, rubai in Tamil. In many other states, they use something else. So nobody, colloquially, nobody goes to the market and asks, ye kitne rupee hai? Right? So people are used to using the what the rupee connotes in their mother tongue. It doesn't mean any disrespect. They're used to it. A rupee is in fact an anglicized form of our ancient words that we have for currency. So it's only anglicized form. Nobody uses a rupee in the colloquial term, excepting some anglicized, highly westernized convent going maybe students. But even they, when they go to the market, they have to speak in the local language, right? So they use rupaya. Fine. So the state budget is being unveiled, and they use the Tamil alphabet for it. So I personally, it doesn't mean any disrespect to the Reserve Bank rupee. Is the Reserve Bank rupee being defaced, or is it being put out of circulation in Tamil Nadu? Is the coin which shows the rupee thrown out of the state? No such thing.
Okay. In fact, this is only I would say that as far as this rupaya or rupee controversy is concerned, it could very well be just the beginning, because tomorrow is when the budget will be presented. The DMK says that this is continuity of their stand on the issue of NEP. So we haven't really heard the last word on this issue. Thank you so much for joining us, Rachna Reddy, Ms. Kanimori, Chandraprakash Joshi and Mr. R. Rangaraj. Earlier today, I also spoke to the BJP chief of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Annamalai. Listen in to what he had to say. How is the BJP viewing what is being seen as first of its kind happening in this country? Never before has a state government not used the rupee symbol, which is a national symbol, in its budget logo.
Madam, I will give you a context behind it, madam. Normally, the Tamil word ru, which you are displaying in your screen right now, we use it for mentioning a value. We write rupai 5,000. Only then ru gets significance. Ru on its own, it is not a symbol on its own. It is a Tamil alphabet. It's a Tamil word. Now, what the DMK government this year they have done is, they want to replace the rupee symbol to Tamil word called ru, which I think is nonsensical, which I think is highly condemnable also. Because we have to understand, madam, the current symbol which the whole of Bharat we have accepted, because a lot of people participated based on a design contest. This symbol was given by a Tamilian, Sri Uday Kumar, and his own father happens to be a DMK MLA, 1971 DMK MLA, and his symbol, the whole of Bharat we have accepted. Now DMK doesn't even know this. That is the funny part. That is the worst part. They don't even know it is given by a Tamilian. Now second, they want to take this language war to all extent. For example, this ru they want to replace by this. Rupai, there is nothing wrong in writing. In fact, even in my local Tamil usage, I use the Tamil word ru to write rupai. But that comes with the value after it. Only then it has got a significance. Now you cannot replace a symbol by a word. And to what level DMK government is going, I really don't know. It is very shameful and condemnable, ma'am.
But Mr. Annamalai, the larger question is that if the DMK is what is being seen now as a war path, then what can the centre do? First, the national education policy has been rejected. They are also demanding that the delimitation process, which is going to begin from next year, be put on hold for 3 decades. So, you know, if there are issues which are only aggravating between Tamil Nadu and the centre, how is the BJP viewing it?
Madam, there are two things to it, madam. One, of course, there are many. 1965 was a very genuine grievance from the part of Tamil Nadu because Hindi was imposed. Very genuine grievance. It was imposed. 2025, it is an artificial grievance of the DMK government. When the national education policy talks about learning a third language, Indian language, voluntarily, nobody has got a problem. In fact, our signature campaign today, it has crossed 14 lakh. We will cross 1 crore by May end. 1 crore mobile numbers with address is what we are planning to submit to the Honorable President of our country. And there is a huge support in the rural areas. People want to learn a third language. So DMK is fighting a losing war. So then they shifted to the artificial bogey of delimitation. They said Tamil Nadu is going to lose. Now they are trying to make a play that southern part of India is different from the northern part of India, which Congress was trying before 2024. After 2024 election, Congress has stopped doing it. Now DMK is trying to do it, Mr. M.K. Stalin. I am sure they will learn a terrible lesson from the whole episode. DMK will dare not touch this again, madam. May 22nd, they have called for chief ministers, selected chief ministers to come to Chennai.
Yes.
People of Tamil Nadu are watching this with amusement because it doesn't reflect who we are as people. Because we don't stand anything for what the DMK government, especially our chief minister, M.K. Stalin ji, is speaking.
All right. The question is also that is the BJP feeling isolated in the state of Tamil Nadu with all the parties now standing firmly with M.K. Stalin.